Actors come and actors go. But Brad Dourif is forever. The undisputed greatest actor in history ever gets deep fat fried.
Deep fat fried!
I don't know if I'd go as far as to say the best actor in history.
Unfucking disputed, Paul.
This is strange.
No one disputes it, not even you.
You got a strange boner for Brad Dourif.
I mean,
Brad Dourif is
I like Brad Dourif, but I mean, greatest actor ever. I don't know.
Who's better? Name someone better.
This is because TJ's got a big Chucky boner. That's the only reason we're getting
Name
this
one
episode.
Man on this earth.
I mean, everyone's gonna name the first person gonna name is Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day. Fucking.
They're gonna say Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day.
Daniel Day-Lewis isn't fit to lick Brad Dourif's fucking taint.
Jesus. What Marlon Brando?
Cold ass takes, TJ.
Cold take.
Marlon
you fucking
Brando,
sit here
dude.
talking shit about the greatest man to ever live.
Brad Dourif's a decent character actor.
Decent character
decent
actor. He's the greatest human being to ever exist in all of space. In all of time.
Even greater than you, TJ?
In all the multiverse, Scotty.
Even greater than you.
Let me tell you something, Scotty. If Brad Dourif was to clean out his toenail,
okay,
the crud that he would pull out of that toenail would be better than me. Better than any person you've ever met, any person you've ever laid your eyes upon.
I agreed with you.
Look, he's looking through you right now, TJ.
Is Brad Dourif.
I agreed with you once you were saying. I agreed with you once you were saying that the crud under his toenail would be better than you, but once you extended it to everybody,
that's where you lost us.
Yeah. That's where you lost me personally.
Let me tell you something, Paul. If Brad Dourif got a little horny, but he was at an airport and he had to sneak into the airport bathroom and blow a fucking quickie into a fucking wad of toilet paper, and he threw that toilet paper into the trash on his way out of that would be better than all three of us combined times 10.
Damn.
That's the level Brad Dourif's on.
All right, well, prove your case, TJ. Prove it.
I don't have to prove shit. That's just the premise. That's the underlying premise. I don't even prove that shit.
You need to prove that, TJ.
That's just fucking, that's a fact of life. I don't have to prove shit. That's like, prove water's wet, prove the sky is blue. I ain't proving shit.
Brad Dourif is like literally his load he does really quick in a fucking shitty airport is better than me. I mean, you gotta prove that to me, TJ.
Brad fucking Dourif.
He was an ugly little sucker, wasn't he?
Is his middle name actually fucking?
Yeah, Brad
fucking Dourif.
Well, if you want to know his real name, Bradford Claude Dourif.
Claude.
I like Brad fucking Dourif.
I am Bradford Claude.
He changed his name to Brad, middle name fucking, last name.
He was born in Huntington, West Virginia on March 18th.
Oh, Brad, I'm sorry about that, dude.
The year of our Lord, 1950.
Damn, he old as fuck.
His parents were Joan Mavis Felton, an actress, and Jean Henry Dourif, an art collector that owned and operated a dye factory.
Ah, so he's from a well-off
pretty
background.
Funny. His father owned a dye factory, which is ironic because he did die. Actually, he died when Brad was but 3 years old. His father died in 1953, and his mother remarried golf champion William Kamek Campbell.
Man, all these fucking privileged ass actors coming from these rich ass fucking dye factory fortune families.
Mm-hmm. And then his mom fucking after she pushed him into the dye and killed him. She remarried this professional golfer. And I'm sure he was pretty loaded too.
Dude, I'll tell you what, being from West Virginia, you figured like, oh man, at first I was like, man, Brad Dourif maybe came from a humble background.
Nope.
It's like, nope, not at all.
Nope. Super fucking rich.
Rich fuck.
One brother, four sisters. From 1963 to 1965, Dourif attended Aiken Preparatory School.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
In Aiken, South Carolina.
Brad, it's time for you to go to Aiken Preparatory Academy. A fine
You've been
school,
Aiken,
Brad.
man. Much the same as myself when I was your age.
Silver spoon motherfucker, dude.
While attending, he pursued his interest in art.
I'm interested in art.
Refined interest for a refined gentleman.
Of course.
So he briefly considered pursuing a career as a flower arranger.
You know he can't get fucking money. You know someone can't. You know what I'm thinking about doing?
Gorgeous.
How to arrange a flowers?
Here is an arrangement of lilies.
Man, could you have? Is there more direct proof that you grew up with the fucking ultimate silver spoon in your mouth? I'll show you, mother. I shall pursue my true passion. I'll be a flower arranger yet.
And then he was like, no, never mind. So he changed his mind because eventually
flower arranging sucks, dude. That's why I changed his fucking mind.
Eventually he was like, wait, flower arranging is like real work, kind of. So he decided to follow his mom's footsteps and become an actor.
A wise decision for him,
so he started acting at a local playhouse called Give Me Shelter. So after attending Aiken, Dourif went to Fountain Valley School in Colorado Springs, which he graduated from in 1968. I guess this is a picture of that little school there. He then attended Marshall University. I don't know if this is who is this?
That's a person. That's a university.
I think I skipped a photo.
I mean, like, I like to make fat jokes and everything, but
damn.
I mean, fuck.
So
dude.
Dourif then attended Marshall University in Huntington, West Virginia for a short time, quitting college and moving to New York City to apprentice under actress Conchata Farrell. I guess that's her here.
The mother of Will Ferrell.
Farrell is it's probably Farrell, not Farrell. Is most well known for her role as Berta the housekeeper on all 12 seasons of 2.5 Men. My favorite show,
dude. She had a fucking amazing career, dude. That show was almost funny.
I played the fat housekeeper on a show that no one remembers. I guess a lot of people do. It went for 12 seasons.
Dude, that show one time was almost funny. That's his claim to fame.
Holy shit!
That's his claim to fame. One time, someone almost chuckled when they actually been watching it. Yeah.
So, although Dourif participated in plays while in Marshall's University, he basically hated it. He was not fond of the stage. He said, I hated the stage, did not want to do it. He continued to perform in plays during his apprenticeship, working in Woodstock, New York, appearing in plays such as The Ghost Sonata, The Doctor in Spite of Himself, and When You Coming Back, Red Rider.
So Brad, you're right. Tell me, Brad Dourif essentially was like, I don't want to do this, but I have to do something. So I guess I'll just be like a bullshit actor.
It's like I hate the stage. I detest performing in front of people, but I gotta do it. You know, gotta fucking do something in my life.
I guess I had
my mom did it, so I guess I'll do it too. So director Milos Forman was an audience member of one of his plays, Red Rider, and noticed Dourif's potential casting him in a feature film that you might have heard of called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Of course.
He played Billy Bibbit.
Yep. So this was his breakout role after having to do that horrible, ghastly theater work.
The stage.
Finally, he found his place in the world on the big screen.
Dude, can I just say that this movie in particular has one of the greatest ensemble casts I think that's ever been assembled.
Most of them before they were even like super famous or anything.
Yeah,
too.
It has Danny DeVito in it before Danny DeVito was huge. It has Christopher Lloyd before he was really a household name. Just a ton, not mentioning, of course, Jack Nicholson in the lead role, but just the ensemble cast in this movie was just fucking insanely good.
Mm-hmm. So One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is a 1975 comedy drama starring Jack Nicholson as Randall McMurphy.
Very disputably a comedy. Very light on the comedy, heavy on the drama. I mean, it is a funny movie.
I don't know. There's a lot of humor in it, but I don't know if I'd call it a comedy. But yeah,
it's also one of the darkest movies you'll ever see. So
it is pretty dark. But hey, Doctor Strangelove is a comedy. I don't know.
I think calling it a pitch black comedy would be better than calling it a drama comedy. That leads me to believe
it's a dramedy, Paul. It's a dramedy. You'll cry, you'll laugh.
You'll just cry.
You'll cry more than you'll laugh.
Yeah, you'll feel real bad for everyone in the movie.
But Randall McMurphy, Jack Nicholson plays a new patient in a mental institution, having conned his way there to serve at a prison. He's not really insane. He just fucking wanted to.
He thinks it's going to be easier over there.
Way easier in the mental institution.
Let me go to the funny farm. It'll be fun.
So,
get it?
Brad Dourif's character, Billy Bibbit, is nervous, self-harming, childlike, mental patient, severe speech impediment. So he's got like that kind of shit. Billy fears women, especially those with authority, like his mother or Nurse Ratched, the fucking one of the creepiest, scariest motherfucking villains in cinema history, by the way.
She is pretty creepy, and like she's also like a really understandable villain as well, which makes her, I think, even creepier.
And just like the sort of like
clinical, very clinical.
I feel like we all had like people in our lives, like school administrator types or somebody like that, like these like people that are like wound up really tight and they get in a position of power and they like use it in a way where it's like they kind of have this pretense of doing things in your best interest, but actually they're like horrible.
Right. It's vindictive. Like every once in a while, a truly vindictive person will get into that limited space of power over a group of pretty helpless people, given their status. And yeah, they like to hide it with this like faux smile of like, oh yes, this is for you. This is going to make you better. But ultimately they're punishing you for some transgression against them.
It feels very dispassionate too. Like I will say that as well. It's like there's almost no even enjoyment. It's like it's sadistic, but there's almost like no enjoyment really even derived from it.
So I will fucking put this out.
Done to you.
I'm gonna say a spoiler now. Spoiler.
This movie came out in the 70s.
I don't care. People are still whiny bitches.
Spoil.
Anyway, yeah, his character does have a meet a tragic fate. I think he commits suicide and shit because of the psychological manipulation of Nurse Ratched.
Well, it's actually it's actually the psychological manipulation of Nurse Ratched and fucking Randall Patrick McMurphy here too, who didn't know any of Billy's tragic past, which is insinuated to include sexual abuse by his mother.
Right.
And just was like he sneaks in a bunch of girls and gets Billy Bibbit laid, and that leads to a series of events in which he kills himself.
Right. Well, I mean, at first Billy is pretty comfortable with it, but then Nurse Ratched kind of, I think, does a lot to make him feel very horrible about it, and tells him like, what will your mother say?
Right.
And she starts, saying that she's going to tell his mom about it and shit, and that fucking terrifies him, and it's a horrible thing.
Right.
But even in this cast of standout fucking actors, great fucking ensemble cast, probably one of the best ensemble casts ever, maybe even a contender for the best ensemble cast ever.
It's up
Brad
there.
Dourif was nominated for an Oscar. He won a Golden Globe for New Star of the Year and won a BAFTA award for Best Actor in a Supporting Role. So he's immediately, first fucking movie role he gets, instant fucking acclaim, instant fucking accolades. Even amongst this cast of fucking greats, he stands out and is like, wow, great new fucking actor in the scene.
Despite being a pretty reluctant actor.
Yeah, he's just kind of like, I don't want to fucking,
I guess I'll do it.
I wanted to arrange flowers, but I guess I'll fucking act or whatever. You just throw away fucking career, Scotty. Imagine for a second, Scotty.
Imagining.
You don't even give a shit about being an actor.
But
you're so goddamn good that the first time you even fucking walk onto a film, it's just like instant.
Bravo.
Acclaim. He's amazing. He's magnificent. He didn't even care, Scotty.
Didn't give a
he
shit.
Sleptwalked through that fucking role.
Maybe
Scotty.
that's why he is who he is now, TJ.
He used but 1/10% of his true acting power, Scotty.
Imagine he used 100%.
If he used 100%, if he even used 1 full percent, you would have committed suicide even after seeing the film because he would have been so fucking moved.
Strong themes, TJ. Strong themes, man.
Billy's dead. I want to be dead too.
I want to be dead.
Think about the fucking awesome power of responsibility of being that good of an actor, Scotty.
I wonder if Brad Dourif would enjoy this blowjob that TJ's giving him, or if it would be unwanted.
No, Brad Dourif is a humble man, Paul.
Got it.
He's a humble
simple
man.
kind of man, dude.
He's a humble man.
I think he'd be embarrassed, TJ. He'd be
Probably
embarrassed by you.
Probably so.
You're an embarrassing kind of guy.
He's a deeply humble man. I don't want to show too much of like these copyrighted movies or something, but I'll show you like a little tiny smattering here.
No, we're just good friends. Why?
That's all you get. Just that look. Not even a line.
A few moments
with
of
his eyes.
Terrible.
He speaks volumes.
Dude, Academy Award goes to.
Just that fucking look.
I see. Get the Academy. You got the Golden Globe.
This look alone, Scotty, this man has crafted a greater performance than any fucking actor that has ever come before and any actor that'll ever come after.
By pursing his lips.
Just that fucking one look tells you volumes, Scotty. You could fill an encyclopedia with what that look says. Right there.
What does it say? You have an
You
encyclopedia
fill an
for me?
encyclopedia with it. How am I supposed to fucking tell you?
Well,
I need all my life to even describe what's going on in this moment.
that's why I was curious. Said you could fill an encyclopedia, so I don't know.
Here's
I thought you had
Brad.
more than that.
Here is the great Brad Dourif being asked a question at a convention.
How dare this insolent bastard question Brad Dourif?
I agree. I fucking agree.
When you were filming One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which is my favorite movie, I guess a lot of people don't really realize that you were filming it at an actual functioning facility, and a lot of the
This camera work, I just want to say,
It's some of the
amazing,
best.
amazing.
You could almost see Brad Dourif. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
yeah,
like he's
almost.
But look at how he's aware of the fact that his head would be cut off, and so he's kindly and humbly moved his head into frame for this gentleman.
I know, it's beautiful.
What a nice guy.
the cast and crew were doctors and nurses that worked there, as well as patients, extras. I was hoping you could tell us what it was like to work in the facility and with some of the patients.
You know what's really scary is that crazy people don't seem all that crazy. And I mean, I went into maximum security, and they were the most normal sounding people you could ever talk to. And these people had really, I mean, they like set fires and killed people.
Did that guy toot?
And
Did you hear that?
I think you have a little like
It sounded like he let out a
nervous
little,
fart.
yeah, a little stress poot. Did you hear it?
Dude, his hand's shaking, dude. It's like he's freaking out that Brad Dourif's in front of him.
He's like shitting his pants because he's meeting Brad Dourif, you know?
I mean, and he's just like not even really meeting him. He's just
Let me
asking
tell
him
you
a
something.
question at a con.
You know one thing that's great about this world, Scotty?
Brad Dourif?
Well, that, but like, even in a turd, Scotty, in a fucking dog turd, every once in a while, can dig through that turd, find a shiny diamond.
Wow.
And that's Brad Dourif, or is that this
Which
guy?
brings us to Brad Dourif's performance in
Fuck you,
Dune.
TJ. This is Brad Dourif's greatest
So,
role, Piter de
Dune is
Vries.
a
That's a terrific role here.
Dune is a 1984 piece of garbage film.
No,
that
it's
sucks
not.
balls.
No, it's not. Lie,
it's just
lie.
wretchedly bad.
it's
No
a great
redeeming
movie.
values to it whatsoever.
Completely redeeming. Awesome
Directed
film.
by the completely bereft of talent shitball known as I forget his name.
David Lynch.
David Lynch, right?
David Lynch directed it.
Piece of trash with no talent. Anyway, but even with all that working against, even with a terrible script, terrible director, terrible film,
No, it's not.
Brad Dourif appears in the film as Peter de Vries.
You know
De
what?
Vries?
I hope
It was a
somebody
mentat.
I hope somebody runs by and sticks a fresh, warm candy apple in your beard and rolls it around, you piece of shit.
Mhm. So he plays the servant to the Baron Vladimir Harkonnen. He enthusiastically serves his master, and through the film, he knows that whatever. You just fucking watch the thing. Here it is. It's fucking shit right here. I'm gonna go a little bit earlier. I want to hear him do the little mantra.
It is by will alone I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of safu that thoughts acquire speed, the lips acquire stains, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Beautiful.
What's wrong with that?
I do love that line.
Even reading the terrible, stilted prose of talentless Frank Herbert. I mean, talentless in comparison. I mean, I guess he was okay for like a normal person, but like, wow.
There's a lot of shade in this episode.
Brad
TJ.
Dourif just takes that shitty garbage line to like a level you never would have thought it could be elevated to. It's like this man could read the phone book and make it Oscar caliber fucking performance. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, holy shit. Holy shit.
I think he was good in the role, TJ. I think it's a good movie, man.
He actually created his own sign language just for this fucking movie, bro. Create a fucking
I'm not-
own
I'm not
sign language
surprised.
just for the movie.
I'm not surprised at all.
We're running a little. I don't want to fuck. I'm just gonna tell you that we don't need to actually watch this.
Okay.
Of course, one of the most famous roles of Brad Dourif here, playing the supernatural possessed doll Chucky in the first the 1988 film. He continues to portray the character to this day. Supernatural horror film starring Brad Dourif as Charles Lee Ray, a serial killer who transfers his soul into a good guy doll after suffering a fatal gunshot wound. Brad Dourif has played Chucky in many sequels and a television series. The series became campier and more satirical as it progressed. Dourif's performances as Chucky is considered by horror and slasher fans to be one of the greatest and most memorable modern horror characters, alongside Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger, Tobin Bell as Jigsaw, Bruce Campbell as Ash Williams, Max von Sydow as Father Merrin, Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode.
Fuck them putting Tobin Bell as Jigsaw up there on the same platform with Freddy.
Whether you like those movies or not, he's pretty memorable fucking character.
He's memorable, but is he Freddy? No.
No.
No. Is he Chucky? No, he's not Chucky. He's not even Jason. Most people don't even know the fucking dude's name that played Jason, and Jason is more recognizable than fucking
Jason was played by a lot of people, but he was most famously probably portrayed by that one guy. What's his fucking name? A lot of horror fans love Kane Hodder. Right, thank you. While Brad Dourif continues to play the role to this day, he did not return for the 2019 remake where Mark Hamill voiced Chucky.
Which he's just doing a Brad Dourif impression.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, and Mark Hamill's a pretty decent voice actor too, so it's not like
he should stick to the fucking Joker. Hey, stay in your fucking wheelhouse, Mark Hamill. Hey, I tell you what, Mark, if we need somebody to put fucking dust off an old crusty lightsaber one more time and we need a Luke, okay, we'll come get you. If we need a Joker, we'll come get you. Otherwise, just stay in your lane there, all right?
Something a little weird about Star Trek Voyager. In a lot of ways, it's kind of like the most happy of the modern, even though it's like they're lost in another quadrant of the universe and shit. It's kind of like the more happy-go-lucky of the shows that came out in like the 90s and 2000s.
It's the most boring one that I've watched.
But for some reason, like a lot of the darkest episodes of Star Trek happen in Voyager. I don't know what it is, but like there's some really dark material in Voyager, and it's like it comes out of nowhere. Probably the darkest and most pessimistic episode of Star Trek ever is a Voyager episode. It's not this one, but there's the one, I forget what it's called. I think it's called like I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But if you got, I'll ask me if you want. So this episode though, Brad Dourif, he actually starred in 2 episodes. He plays a Betazoid engineer named Lon Suter. Betazoids are telepathic species, and unlike most members of the species, Lon was disconnected from the emotions of himself and others. He suffered from violent tendencies and outbursts, eventually murdering crewman Frank Darwin with a coil spanner.
fuck.
He had no motivation for the killing and did not even know Frank. He basically just killed him for fun. So
he's just
Voyager
a psycho that like slipped through the net.
Yeah, basically Voyager's like, let's have an episode where like a guy, like there's just a murder on the ship, you know, and like another guy just kills a guy.
Is it a mystery though, or is it?
It's a mystery for a while. Like there's like a whole thing where like Tuvok is trying to solve it and shit. And actually, he tries to mind meld with Lon Suter here as you know, and actually like it unlocks the violent tendencies within Tuvok, and then he starts like fantasizing about murder and like becoming obsessed with killing. So that's pretty fucking crazy. He actually, I guess he appeared in 3 episodes, Meld, Basics Part 1 and Basics Part 2, which was kind of his redemption arc. They brought him back, and then he like, by then he had learned to meditate and overcome his violent urges. But you know, so then he ends up saving the ship and stuff, but he dies in the process. So it's like, you know, a noble sacrifice.
How's he even get the chance? He killed a dude.
Well, they decide basically that because they decide like it'd be inhumane to keep him in the brig forever. So they kind of like just confine him to quarters and let Tuvok kind of supervise him. And like help him meditate and like conquer his demons or whatever.
That's pretty nice of him, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the Star Trek future. They're not going to fucking like, let's torture him or something.
I couldn't get into Voyager after.
Although I'll tell you what,
it's just the toughest one for me in terms of like those older, like 90s, early 2000s ones for me to get into.
Well, these are good episodes.
A lot of cameos in Voyager too. Remember they had The Rock on one of the episodes of Voyager.
Oh yeah, that's true. They did.
Yeah.
But Meld especially is a really good episode. Even if you don't like the show, I mean, it's because Brad Dourif basically puts, you know, he's like this really creepy dude. He talks about like how he's always had this predilection towards violence and stuff, and the whole episode is like an examination of like violence in the human soul and stuff. Even though the characters being used to talk about it are neither one are canonically human. He was also Worm Tongue in Lord. Oh, this is a little clip. We don't have time for it though. He was also Worm Tongue in Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
He was great in that role, dude.
Great in that role. I'm going to read a little bit about what he said about it. What got me excited to do Grima Worm Tongue is when I was young, I went through a period in boarding school where I was picked on a lot. And there was something about Grima, who he has been picked on when he was a kid. He is so distrustful. He is so easily corrupted. He is so ugly. And he wants somebody to love, and he can't because nobody will have him.
It's fucking Grima, TJ.
Whatever. I don't fucking like. I don't like that game. Hey, I don't listen. I don't watch that gay shit. Okay.
I know
you're all getting a boner for the new
heathen.
There's gonna be the new Amazon series.
Amazon series. Aren't you excited, TJ?
You barbarian from the fucking frozen north. How dare you?
Grima. What is it? How's it pronounced? Grima. Okay.
Grima, Paul.
Brad Dourif portrays Grima,
Worm Tongue or whatever,
Two Towers, and the extended edition of Return of the King.
Yeah, I like worship. I like worship Brad Dourif. So anyway, he played Grime ass Worm Face or whatever in that dumbass movie.
This is another example of a diamond from a dog turd, which is just like I think just shows the talent involved here. I'll play a little bit of this here.
Late is the hour in which this conjurer chooses to appear. Last spell I name him. Ill news is an ill guest.
Be silent. Keep your forked tongue behind your teeth.
You better. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely getting dinged for that one.
Nah, we ain't getting shit for that. Fuck that. This is on 12 Gates Studio YouTube bullshit. It's
you
fine.
Want to bet? You want to bet, TJ?
We ain't gonna get nothing. I bet
you
we might get demonetized for it. Oh no! Usually
TJ,
we make so much money.
I bet you. You know what, TJ? I bet you one hair off the head of Brad Dourif.
Don't even fucking joke.
One hair.
Don't even joke about harming a hair on Brad Dourif's head.
He's gonna give it to me voluntarily.
You fucking bag of shit.
And then I'm gonna hold it over to you, TJ. If you ever fuck with me,
no.
I'm gonna tell you have the power of Brad Dourif's hair flows through my veins. Flows through my veins. Dude.
No.
You want to see the hair of Brad Dourif? TJ got it home. You want to see it?
The scene I pulled from before was just them talking about how Brad Dourif was totally in character the whole time and all that shit. But we got to move on.
Yes, he should be.
I want to get to everything I want to do. So this is from Deadwood, where he plays the doctor. He plays Doc Cochran on the show. I think it was his first recurring television role, like his first being part of the main cast of a TV series. Deadwood is an American Western TV series that aired on HBO from 2004 to 2006, spanning 3 seasons, 36 episodes, and a movie. The series is set in 1870s Deadwood, South Dakota, and charts Deadwood's growth from camp to town. Brad Dourif portrays Dr. Amos Doc Cochran, a Civil War veteran and the only doctor in Deadwood. The character is based on a real-life Deadwood doctors Lyman F. Babcock and F.A.S. Howe. Doc is portrayed as an honest, moral, compassionate doctor who cares for the injured without bias for attitudes or loyalties. Brad Dourif appeared as Doc in 33 of the 36 episodes of Deadwood. He was nominated for a Primetime Emmy in 2004, but lost ridiculously to Michael Imperioli as Christopher Maltasanti in the fucking Suckpranos. So fuck that bullshit.
Oh my God, TJ.
Suckpranos?
Yeah.
What an idiot. What an idiot,
I agree.
TJ.
The fucking Emmy board was definitely an idiot for that fucking decision. I agree.
I think the members vote on that, TJ.
Yeah, they're all idiots.
Okay.
And he was great in this show. He was probably the only character that even had a moral compass in Deadwood. So it was kind of fascinating to see him interact with such an amoral, corrupt town.
Well, that's clearly his role in the show.
Right. He was kind of like the voice of morality and goodness in a town of fucking leches and degenerates.
Otherwise bereft of that.
And pieces of shit, which is kind of what he really is in the world. So,
He's the closest thing to a hero in Deadwood, that's for sure. But he's definitely he's got his own vices and his own falling downs. And
I mean, sure, he portrays a human being for fuck's sake,
Right.
Even though in real life he has no flaws.
And Deadwood is a pretty gritty show, so
I don't have time to show a clip from it, but yeah, he has an extensive filmography beyond that. He's actually really good in The Exorcist 3, even though that movie fucking sucks. I
guess he's gonna be in Herbert West Reanimator.
Yeah, there you go. He's gonna play fucking somebody in that. Got all kind. I mean, he's got endless fucking work, bro. He played Chucky on fucking WWE NXT. Scotty.
Damn, on NXT.
How about that shit, bro?
I'm surprised.
He starred in wrestling, bro. Came on the wrestling show and is like, I'm Chucky, bitch.
Well, his career's still going strong, and I mean, fuck, he's been doing it for what, 50 years?
That's all he
now?
does, Scotty. That's all he does.
Almost 50 years.
Is win and win some more.
Well, he's definitely winning as far as careers go.
Fucking I've seen every goddamn movie and show on this list. I will fucking watch a show that I don't even give a fuck about.
What was Fading of the Cries about?
Oh my God, Scotty. Moving, stirring drama. Beautiful story. I don't even want to spoil it for you, but it was fucking gorgeous.
Where did it take place?
Gorgeously beautiful. What?
What's it take place?
I believe it takes place in West Virginia.
West Virginia, huh?
Yeah, somewhere like that. Somewhere on Earth, I think, probably.
Somewhere on Earth,
okay.
probably.
Yeah, and you would think that the talent of the family would just run out. Can't possibly continue on.
No, I mean, you wouldn't believe that.
But Brad Dourif has two daughters, Christina Dourif, born in 1976, and Fiona Dourif, born in 1981. Had both daughters with his late wife, Jonina Dourif, a professional psychic.
Whoa. She probably predicted a long and fruitful career for him.
Yep.
And you look, she was right.
And Fiona has followed in her father's footsteps and become an actress. Not only is she an actress, she also produced segments for documentaries on the History Channel and TLC.
So she does like 600-pound life shit. All right.
She has also joined her father in the Child's Play franchise, where she plays final girl Nika Pierce, who is a paraplegic woman with a heart condition triggered by stress. The character appeared in Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, and is currently on the Chucky television series, where she is now she's now an amputee torso character. I guess that might be a spoiler. Sorry.
Wow, TJ. I was going to watch that show, but I guess I'm done now.
And I don't know. She might be better than her father. The performance she gives, especially in that TV show, is fucking insane. She actually plays Charles Lee Ray herself because Chucky's soul has entered Nika's body at this point. And she's fucking great. The entire Dourif line is just built of fucking better shit than the rest of humanity. Brad Dourif not only is the greatest actor, but definitely the greatest human being to ever live.
Terrible
By
episode,
far,
TJ.
Not even close. Not even
one of the worst
contested.
episodes we've ever participated in. I can't speak for Paul, but I can speak for myself.
Oh well, I can say that you guys, you're just jealous of Brad Dourif's greatness.
No,
it's sad. I know Paul. I know Paul fiddled around with being an actor at some point in his life. He's like, "Oh, I'm an actor. I love the stage and stuff." But then he realized he's never going to reach the level of Brad Dourif. That's why
he saw Brad Dourif perform, and he's like, you know what?
Quit. He's like, I can't even fucking hold a candle.
Brad Dourif rolled through Fresno, and Paul's like, I'm done.
And you, Scotty, obviously, you're just jealous of how handsome he is, how fucking gorgeous Brad Dourif's fucking beautiful face. You know, you love
a handsome guy.
You know, hey,
bad looking guy.
true. And you know, it's just
I'm nothing compared to Brad Dourif.
It's just the fact of reality.
I'm nothing compared to Brad Dourif. Why, TJ? Why you make this episode?
I'm sorry.
I feel so bad now.
I feel like every one of you people out there.
You're such a mean guy, TJ.
I want to close with an admonition for all you people out there. None of you are even fit to lick Brad Dourif's fucking toes. You're all pieces of shit compared to Brad Dourif. You will never amount to anything. Anything even close to what Brad Dourif has accomplished.
Fuck Brad Dourif.
You're all pieces of shit.
Fuck Brad Dourif.
See that?
Fuck Brad Dourif.
That kind of comment just rolls off Brad Dourif.
Fuck him.
Back like a fucking water from a duck, man. Don't even make fucking.
Brad Dourif sucks, TJ. How you feel about that?
Don't even amount to
worst actor of all time.
It's such a meaningless
terrible
statement.
Actor.
It's so false. It's like pointless to even fucking talk about.
Look at him. He sucks, TJ. You know he sucks.
Brad Dourif's the greatest man in history. You guys all suck in comparison. Don't even fucking try to be as good as Brad Dourif. You'll never even come close to being 1/1,000,000th as great as this man. Brad Dourif, greatest man in history, bar none.
2022 will be the year that we literally drown you in content. 156 standard 30-minute episodes of Deep Fat Fried, 52 long-form episodes of Deep Fat Fried, 37 episodes of Dank D&D, live episodes of Onion Nuggets every Wednesday, new Cinema for Cynics reviews, Fighting Boys, Abandon Hope, Hideology, Ask Hollywood Love, and The Grease Trap. And even if you manage to watch it all, we still have a massive back catalog of old content that's gonna blow your mind. We have got metric tons of old commentaries, grease traps, mountains of Deep Fat Fried episodes, we got oceans of flash fries, we got valleys of abandoned hope and ideology and other miscellaneous content you could watch for weeks, if not months, straight. And with all this content, both new and old, we have realized that it is time to simplify our Patreon. Yes! Right now, our Patreon is split into a $10 tier and a $5 tier. Now, this has long aggrieved us because our philosophy in this company is that simplicity is best. How do we create so much content? We keep it simple. We keep it streamlined. We commit to a process and we constantly fine-tune that process. Anything that wastes time, we get rid of. Having 2 patron tiers is not in line with our philosophy. So, we've decided to unify into a single tier at the price point of $7. Join the Pessimist Productions Patreon today because we are looking very forward to entertaining you all in 2022.
Deep Fat Fried. Deep Fat Fried. Deep Fat Fried. Deep Fat Fried.